Like
Oh man.
Uber Eats is
you hit
trash,
your
man.
blunt, you going
DoorDash, all
in
that.
a residential.
Yeah. Oh, why you don't like them, Lou?
Cause man, I realized when I was on that 2 week quarantine, and I really wasn't like, okay, I'm not leaving the crib. I ordered some wings from Piece of Boli's, whatever. That joint is normally like $10. I've just ordered it today. That shit came out to like 17, 18 bucks with DoorDash
Yeah.
for some delivery fees and a tip. I was like,
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna tip this nigga. What you mean? Give me that back.
Nah.
I hate
Well,
that
let's go ahead
shit.
and start. Let's do the drop. I feel you, Lou. I feel you. It's the inflation on the deliverer.
It's the inflation. There you go.
Let's see. Let's see. Welcome back to the TWEOM Podcast. I'm your host, Joel Morris.
It's Gucci. It's your boy Louis XV.
And it's your other host, Walt Red. What's up, y'all?
What's up? What's up? What's up? So,
And
what
we
y'all want to
chilling.
start with today, man?
Let's roast Funk Flex for a little bit, man. I'm feeling.
I'm mad at
We got
Flex.
we gotta get straight to Flex.
Flex is trying to go viral. You knew what that video meant.
I can see that, but I ain't mad at him though. You know what, you got your shit. Do what you need to.
Yeah.
Do what you need to, cause he ain't lie.
Yeah. Now, what if one day Flex do switch up the gender? Because they got all these memes going around right now. I put this nigga on, or they got that one gay black dude with the beard, or I don't know if she's trans, but like they got that one person doing like, and they like, this is Flex now. I was like, yo, what if Flex is prepared for the change?
Bro.
The hip hop community ain't ready. Yeah.
Slowly trying to tell hip hop what's going on.
Well, this is Kanye. He was a vanguard for niggas getting lipo. So
He really was.
yeah.
What?
Actually, I respect
And
him
hip-hop?
over.
Kanye got lipo?
Yeah, you don't remember when he was on stage ran that Hove and shit?
Oh no, I remember that, but I don't remember the entire thing.
I think he said it in an interview with what's one of them tabloids, TMZ.
Was he doing an interview?
That's one of them.
I think he was like talking to TMZ. He was talking to somebody.
Nah, it was a TMZ interview. You right.
Yeah,
I think it was a TMZ joint where he was talking about how, you know,
We're okay.
Yeah.
Like,
But anyway, like I said, I think Flex is just, I think honestly, man, it's just get your, like, you knew what that video was. The way he wrote that message out in that video, like, it was just nonchalantly, yeah, I'm getting lipo today. Like, I get it. There is a certain section of our population where that is just very normal. That we won't get some lipo this week. But it's not normal for black folk to just run up and go get lipo real quick.
Well, he's a dude too, so I don't know a lot of dudes that would openly.
Yeah, and I think that's the aspect that's
what it really is.
But that's where I'm going into like the whole him writing just a simple message. Yeah, I've been working out, can't get this fat out of one area. I'm just up in here, feel kind of good. Like, nah, nigga, like you knew what that all that was when you was posting it. It's like, you know, it's like fuck it. I'm like I said, I respect it. It's like, yo, I'm getting this joint sucked out. I'm trying to look good in these photos.
Right. No.
I don't know what this man been through in 2020.
Bro, I did not need to see that video. Like he showed, I don't know if y'all saw it, but like,
yeah, I saw it. I saw it.
Like,
there's like a tube with the fat.
You never saw a liposuction video?
No, bro.
What?
That just.
Oh, I've seen those.
Why would I want to see that?
Before. You never watched any of those old shows on like VH1 or some shit where the motherfuckers get surgery and shit?
I can't watch that type
like
of stuff.
half that shit out. So
I just look away for.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I mean, nah, like I've seen liposuction before. That's why I wasn't taken aback by the visual of the liposuction. Y'all was actually just disturbed by the visual of the liposuction.
You know what?
I don't even know what part of his body that was.
That's he was doing like back right up in here.
Cool sculpting.
He's trying to get right up in here with a fat wings be, nigga.
Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving.
Look, as a big dude, I knew what he was doing.
Whatever this exercise is, he just got to do more of that. That's
he had dropped 40 pounds. He couldn't get rid of it. He said in the message, I can't get rid of this. Look, he's getting roasted, rightfully so. But I'm just saying, I don't think it's like, I think it's like a planned roast by him.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It was coming.
Yeah, Flex is not stupid. It's like, come on, son. It's like, bro, it's like, We 2 years off of roasting Ye for this shit.
I almost forgot Ye did that shit.
Right.
I didn't because I remember because I didn't like care when he said it, but everybody was going in on that part of the interview when he came out. I don't think it was TMZ because obviously there was a better soundbite from the TMZ interview. I think it was it Charlamagne's interview with that nigga?
That sound about right.
Or maybe it was a Breakfast Club.
Anyways, the real question is, when are y'all going to schedule your liposuction? Since we've had a trend, not a trend, a pioneer in the hip hop community,
Trailblazer.
Trailblazer.
Well,
right,
we're niggas already got their appointment scheduled. Walt. They had them. They've been getting it. He just decided to post his shit.
When are you scheduling an appointment?
See, the problem with it is,
an appointment, Lou.
Flex lost the weight. Then went to go get it. I gotta lose weight first. Like, I got a lot of lipo right now, nigga. This is not they need a bigger tube suction.
Asco ain't paying for that.
Like that little joint Flex was getting just to work out. Nigga, they need to.
Like, and it was going like in and out and in and out.
Yeah. You didn't know it did that? Like, I'm at this point, I'm more shocked that y'all niggas really have never seen liposuction.
I've seen it. I don't like seeing that type of stuff.
I have seen stills, but I didn't know that it's like a vacuum cleaner essentially.
Yeah, literally it's just like, sucking and vacuuming out the fat. It's like it's just ripping the tissue apart.
Right. Like,
and your body just heals that shit. Your body just heals over it. So yeah, it's like forcibly removing the fat, which you would usually have to take out through intense workout by breaking apart your muscles on top of the fat or under the fat. This just goes in and scrapes it off your muscle. So it's brutal. It's like brutal. He said he got his shit was numbed. But the memes have been priceless. I just want to we need to do a meme awards for 2020. Because there have been some fire ass memes this year.
That is a lot.
I don't mean like I don't mean like the best meme. I literally genuinely am just talking about all the things that have been memeable this year. Like we even got into Nate Robinson.
Oh man.
And then we got Bronze Bomber in February. So it's like, come on, this nigga was licking blood off this nigga in the match in February when he fought Bronze Bomber. Like he was, and niggas made memes out of that shit. So I'm just saying, right now I think we can move to Nate Robinson because we just gonna call this the meme session because we're really just talking about what got memed this week. And I mean everything gets memed, right?
Anything and everything gets memed.
So I guess it would be top 10 memeable events. Meaning what events provided us with the best memes this year?
Okay.
You know, it's been such a long year.
Obviously, Rona's probably gonna be number one, just because of the wide variety of memes that have encompasses that virus shutting shit down.
There's been a lot of quarantine and chill memes for sure because of
the mask wearing memes. I can definitely see those. You know,
what memes?
Mask wearing.
Oh yeah, the mask memes.
I don't know about y'all, but on Instagram, I got a section because you know you can save shit on Instagram. I got a whole folder literally just labeled memes and just funny shit. Anytime I see some funny shit on Instagram, I'm hoping so because, bro,
I don't.
Instagram too.
I just repost them, motherfuckers. Honestly, also I download memes. I just sent y'all niggas like 20 in the fucking group chat. So obviously I downloaded the motherfuckers. I only did that because you ain't on IG, Walt.
Yeah, look, honestly,
I hope you know that basic ass shit I was doing today was all because of you, nigga. Because why the fuck would I be sending shit that's on Instagram? What's up, WhatsApp, nigga?
But you know what? I thought about that. I'm just like, this is exactly what a group chat is supposed to be. All right.
It is, but
that's what it was.
I 100% with you, but
I'm just saying because before this should be dry as hell. I'm like, because I don't
know.
No,
I agree. That's what I've been trying to tell y'all. I'm glad Lou posted some links before we got in there, you know, from Hot 97 and stuff. And I watched like the Hot 97 joint, and it was like, yeah, but that's what I've been trying to tell y'all niggas. That's what the joint should have been for. Like, look at all the visual stuff posted in there. It's all for me. Y'all niggas only write in there. Like when we did the album covers, I screenshot shit to y'all. They like, it's just like, come on.
Y'all ain't supposed to hear that.
Thanks.
But yeah, I mean, I'm just saying it would be nice if one of us got back on the gram. But I respect your decision as a man.
Yeah, I do as well. Well, do what you gotta do to protect your health, nigga.
2021. All right, we gonna start anew.
Bike.
All right, we bike.
Oh man, why would you start the new year on that shit?
Got the bottle out of nowhere.
Hey, look, what better time?
Like you getting back on social media after the season finale, nigga.
Right, exactly. I'm ready for season. I'm ready for the new season.
Season 21.
Right, that's it. Season 21. What's up, baby?
What's happening?
Yeah, but
so
I hear y'all with it. But I mean, look, at
the
end of the day, Funk Flex is trying to be a trailblazer for the hip hop community. All right, he's trying to let these other rappers know. He's trying to let these other producers know that it's okay for you to get lipo. You ain't got to tell people about it because they're only gonna clown me.
Yeah,
I mean, I respect them. Of course, we're gonna cook them because that's just what we do as niggas. But I respect them for putting in the hard work. Losing like 40 something. And then being honest about I've actually heard somebody do that. Like, yeah, I've lost a lot of weight, but I can't get rid of this one particular area. So I'm gonna just go get some surgery. I respect that. Live your truth, Slim.
Yeah, you don't want to keep working out, getting in shape, and that joint still be fat in that one spot.
Keep fat in that one
spot. You dropping weight right now, you don't see it dropping. So before you start getting cut, building it back up, get that shit out there.
It's the process. But what do you think is next?
I find it very funny that all these women were happily surgery shaming his brother today, though.
I think Cardi threw a meme out there. She did actually.
I know that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm like, we really go surgery shame Fuck Flex? We can't surgery shame Fuck Flex.
Look, she admitted herself that she was working at a grocery store. Some nigga said come work at the club, and she wanted to work at the night shift. So she started working. So she got some titties. And then she saw that the other girls had asses, so she went and bought an ass.
Yeah, I'm not saying that Cardi is. This is the thing about it. Like, if you yourself have been a victim of something, does that give you the right to just do it to other people? Like,
almost.
In a way, I think it does if you're like. Ironically, I think it does if you're like.
If you took it on the chin, wow.
That shit don't work for niggas.
Not all the time. It's niggas to niggas. That's the only.
Yeah, and it seems like on social media, it's really just easy for like I said, for instance, like Lou said, it's what we do. We're gonna roast Flex.
Of course.
But I think the part of it where I'm just like, if this is the burgeoning of we just see niggas posting surgery vids, posting afters, and I'm just like. I wonder what the conversation and dialogue would be surrounding it if surgery or the openness about our plastic surgery does become more prolific in the culture.
The conversation would be a real man wouldn't get X, Y, Z.
Will live his truth.
Right. Like that's what the conversation
is. And that's one of those things I feel is truthful as well. Like, and you sort of saw it happening when niggas like Chico Beans tried to get or Tory brought the cut back and he brought his shape up. He got his hairline back. Yeah. It turned into they on and like you see comments like, I didn't know niggas was that pressed over their hairline. I'm like, y'all lying ass motherfuckers.
The hell you got?
Stop. Right. That's like me sitting here like, I didn't know girls cared about their breast size. Like obviously some do and some don't, and the ones who don't got some. Went and bought it. So it's just that simple. She did it for her.
Yeah, I'm really not really tripping, man. Whatever makes you happy.
Same way, but I'm just saying, like when niggas start doing what make they happy and putting that shit on the gram for likes, like Flex did, we not gonna get the same. Oh my God, you brave, Flex. We not, and it's not gonna be the fact. It's not gonna be like. And it's just gonna be like. For instance, most niggas is probably gonna be like us. Be like, I don't care. At least he kept it real, right?
Right.
And but people are gonna be like, I want no nigga doing this shit, and then it's gonna make us, and then it's gonna turn into the toxic masculinity rising up, and us be like, I ain't about to get no lipo like some, and then you see how it snowballs, and I'm just like, yo, at some point you gotta cut the shit off, like you know what I'm saying?
Is the lipo the new chain?
Man, you go again. What the fuck, Walt?
Yo, I'm saying,
with that bull.
Yo, you know be funny that nigga got like his fat dipped in gold.
It's my chain today. Nah, it's my LP day.
What that nigga got his fat? He got his fat like put in a little balls, a diamond sphere, and put it in the middle of the chain. He's like, "What's that? It's my liposuction fat nigga in his chain."
Yo,
that's so gross, bro.
Yo, man, that chain is fat. Like, it was low hanging fruit, nigga. I was like, let me take the apple. Oh man, that chain is fat. So like I'm from the 80s, nigga. Yo, that shit is fat.
You an 80s rapper?
Yeah, for real.
80s rapper in 2021. What's up?
Yo, that chain fat.
For real, yo. Yeah.
I heard Drizzy might have got some because there was a picture he posted.
Oh, you know damn well that nigga got liposuction.
I'm like, come on, son. Your stomach way too flat out
Flex
here.
gave this nigga the number.
It's not enough ab.
Right.
That's the problem.
Right. Dre gave Flex the number. He was like, here you go, young.
Facts, yeah.
Yeah, because I remember Drake used to get roasted because he could never get rid of the dad bod. So, and then all of a sudden he showed up and he tried to show up cut in the videos and shit.
Right. Nah, you should never try to
definitely got that
dad bod. And let the hair grow out. And then all them like, oh my God.
Because Drake is the only one who disappear for a while and come back with the shirt off gym. I just came out the gym photo. Didn't work for that nigga.
Yeah, we knew what that
didn't work for that nigga. Because if you think about it, all them niggas do that shit. Like Big Sean did it.
But Big Sean is that's
Dave Chappelle.
Big Sean and Chappelle, they was in the gym though. With Drake, you knew he was.
Yeah,
you knew that was lipo.
Yeah, that's what happened, man.
But that's all right though. Y'all wanted to talk about Mulatto?
Oh, you mean Big Lotto?
Big Lotto.
Big Lotto.
Big Lotto shit.
Nah, she said she's changing her name. I'm like, look, man.
I mean, Big Lotto.
That's what she said. I saw in the comments. That's what people call her anyway. So I don't. I heard like maybe a couple verses, maybe a couple songs. I don't know. I know of her. You know,
right?
Maybe I saw it on. Maybe one time I looked at something on YouTube that may be her, but maybe I'm confusing her with another chick. That's the space she is for me. You know, like when you can't quite. You think you may have heard something for the artist, may have seen something, but you're not quite sure. That's her for me right now.
Honestly, and I don't mean any disrespect with it.
No, not at all.
I feel about Rico Nasty.
Like, and that's what I think I'm confusing with her right now, bro. No, it's it. I follow her on IG, and I have not heard
a single song, not a bar.
At least I got an excuse.
No, I've heard bars, and I've seen music videos of hers. None of it got retained, and none of it like resonated with me. I was like, okay, this shit slap. I've just certain artists when you first get their page, you know, this is how I do it anyway. I see their video count and I'm like, what got the most views?
Right.
It could be from 4 years ago, 5 years ago. It don't matter. I gotta hear this. And then I'm like, it's either something I heard before, just didn't retain the artist's name, or maybe something that I'm like, and this is the thing about it. If I haven't heard it before and it has a ton of views, my first instinct as I'm listening is like, why has this shit got this many views? Because I'm already like, I'm just saying, if something's like, well, let's cap it at 50 mil, right? 30, 50 million, if you're up in that range with your video count, but you ain't got like, but I haven't even heard of you as an artist. Then a part of me goes like, yo, that when I listen to that 30 million count video, it should go bang right away, right? And I think that's I did that with like Rico Nasty and all these different up and coming artists, and some of them stuck with me, some of them didn't. But do you listen to Lotto though?
I have heard 2 songs. Both of them was on the radio. She got one where she like remixed the Gucci Man song and had Gucci on it. I think it's like Freaky Girl. Slaps. I like it. Okay. The 2 things I've heard from her I like. As far as Rico Nasty, she got a banging song with Doja Cat called Tia and Tamara.
That's the one I heard.
That joint slap.
That's it. That's the one I heard when she got on it with Doja Cat.
Yeah. Doja went hard on that joint. Rico did her thing too. And I like titties, so that's what the song's about.
Yeah, and that's what's funny, man. I found Doja Cat because of that cow song she did, And I blame Genius because I follow them niggas and I definitely saw her on their timeline. And once I saw the titties, I had to look her up. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
I'm a simple man.
Yeah.
You know, it's not.
I follow.
I see titties. I like titties.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I think we gotta. That is something I'm very interested in. I'm very interested in sex sells.
Yeah.
As just the basic bottom line of life, right? Mm-hmm. Like, I think we can remove most systems of oppression from that basic line of thinking. Sex sells. Like, I know it's led to mad systems of oppression, that basic line of thinking, but in terms of it being an irrefutable fact, I think it's irrefutable at this point. Like, sex sells. It's just, no matter who sells the sex, it's selling, nigga. Men can sell it, women can sell it, it's selling.
It don't even gotta be sold. It just sells.
Yes, 100%. And I think it's because I think it's the most basic way that we can gain pleasure. Yeah. In its true definition. For instance, like if you eat a great meal, you might feel pleasure, but it has to be a great meal. Someone cooked it well, it's great ingredients and everything's put together well. It's not a cheeseburger from McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? So what I mean by like true pleasure, like you can truly feel like a moment of just like true pleasure is just, it's this simple, it's this basic thing we all could do. You can do it in a myriad of different ways. You can do it whoever you want to do it with. And it's just like, I think it's just like, yeah. It just makes sense. Like sex sells. Like as you get older, it literally just defines more of life as I get older, which is weird.
When you say it defines more of life as you get older.
Well, think about
about it more, or you notice it more.
No. I'm definitely thinking about it less as I get older. But when I was young, but what I'm saying is like, think about how much of you like your life is dictated and predicated around it. Like for instance, like we have whole religions predicated on controlling and constraining how people do it. Like we have whole, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like every component of our life at some level is measured by. And what I mean by sex, I'm talking about anything along the sexual act spectrum. Like, you know, it's just pleasure at the end of the day. So anything you can derive pleasure from that is inexpensive, which sex is, like if you have the ability to go get it on your own, you can get it on your own. And it's just like one of those things where it's like, for instance, if you get pleasure from driving a nice ass car, you got to be able to afford a nice ass car. Or at least go take a test run and know where to do that at.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But in terms of we could all find a nut, nigga. That's all I'm saying. It's basic. It's basic. Like I'm basically just saying it. I think it was the first form of entertainment.
It is literally known as the first profession. Like
selling. Exactly. It's the first profession. It's the first form of entertainment, I think.
I don't know, man. I feel like storytelling is definitely the first, but that's getting super technical.
No, I completely agree, but we know what the stories were about.
Bruh, let me tell you about this one chick. Her name is Goo.
Look, this is the thing about it. This is my question. This is my quick little question of the week. What do you think the first story told was about? Getting some pussy or killing something on a hunt or something?
Oh, it's definitely killing.
Gotta be killing, bro. For being real.
You think it was killing? You think it was killing?
Absolutely. Because you've been in a near-death experience, right?
Yeah.
Like that shit is way more vivid than the best sex you've had.
But okay. Well, so are we? Was the first story born from fear or pleasure? Is what we're asking then. Because Walt's definition wasn't someone got they killed someone and told the story. It was they almost died and told the story.
I feel like so now I'm back on Walt's side and saying fear, because not to get all biblical on y'all, but I mean one of the first known stories of the Bible is like, yo, Adam and Eve, don't eat that. Not even that. It's like, yo, don't eat that apple, son. Don't eat that apple. You gonna know too much. And they were scared. And then Satan came by and was like, yo, fuck what that nigga talking about, son.
Right. All the stories.
Hold on, where did you get they were afraid from, Lou?
in the sense that there was some hesitation. Like Adam was like, "Nah, I'm not eating it," but Eve was like, egging her mom was like.
But in that same story, those two people didn't know pain until they ate the apple. Their entire existence was pleasure. Like that's the whole principle of it. Like once they ate the apple, we gained all of the flaws humanity has, which is we hurt, we feel pain, like we lose loved ones. Like we are emotional creatures because of the apple, supposedly. Because with fruit of knowledge, basically, when we didn't know shit, we was dumb, naked, and fucking. So
it was.
And once we knew some shit, niggas was like,
law. It was the first law that was broken, and it was. As far as that, it was the only law because like, yo, you can do anything.
For instance,
yo, if you want to bludgeon,
I see what you need.
You can do that. All right, just don't eat this apple.
Well, look, once they ate the apple, Adam decided he needed some liposuction. It was like, yo, I can't get rid of these spots right here. And the Eve was like, yo, you just a bitch ass.
I was like, hold up.
That's terrible. That's absolutely terrible.
And he came back thinking Eve was gonna be impressed. She was like, you so old bitch ass nigga get lipo.
Ain't no man of mine getting liposuction.
You
don't go to the other side of the garden.
I did this for you.
And then that's how domestic violence was born.
Yeah.
Oh man. Nah, look, I look.
It was a problematic joke.
It was a cruel joke. It was a cool joke, but I was like, look, man, I had to take the shot. Yeah. Of course, it was a joke, but I was just like, nah, look, it went in, nigga. It went in. Like, I was like, shit, nigga.
I would say you're amongst friends, but this is hitting the internet, so
100%. But I don't know, like I said, so I'm just saying, so I guess do we think the first story was told from fear or pleasure? Motherfucker ate something dope, came back, it was like, yo, son, if you go up the street, turn left, right there's a tree, get them berries. Or was it like nigga came back, yo, up the street, turn left, and this motherfucker came out of nowhere on my ass? What was the first story told? That's what I truly wonder, like.
I honestly think it's fear.
I'm leaning towards you as I think about it more, just because like it had something crazy happen to that nigga. Like he was on a log on a river, he landed on his feet after coming through a jungle or some shit. He came back and was like, "How am I alive?" And he just had to tell niggas. Right. But is that pleasure though? Because technically he's thrilled to be alive, so he has to tell people.
No, I feel like back then, if we're talking about like way back then, I feel like it has to be pain or fear. I'm putting those two together because to me they go hand in hand, because there was just a lot more shit to be afraid of because we just didn't know shit. Like,
man, look,
you know what I'm saying? It was just a lot more out there trying to kill us way back then. And so I just feel like survival and like pain and fear, I feel like those stories was probably getting told first, as opposed to, I just busted this nut from Goo Goo Gaga over there.
But I don't know. But it's like, but I'm also thinking myself, if there was more than 6 niggas, someone had to tell them about the pussy, because how else these niggas get here? So I'm saying, like, who you gonna tell a story to? Like, yo, because we were nomads, we didn't live together at first. So it's like, yo, so part of me is like, yo, so like, I don't know, because I think it's interesting. Like, I would just like to see like some rudimentary, just some shit, like, because I feel like maybe it just was maybe it was just all the spectrum. You know, it was something that made someone fearful, and then because they survived it, they were joyful and decided to tell people. Or like Lou said, it was something that happened and somebody saw their mama get their head ripped off, and it was like, dang, I gotta tell motherfuckers not to come down this street because of what just happened to my mama. So
don't go east.
Yeah.
Don't go east.
Don't drop that
exactly.
Yellow
or it's like you ate, or somebody ate a berry. Now you got to go back and tell people, yo, don't touch that tree because it's poisonous. Or you know, because it was cave drawings and shit. You know, motherfuckers drawing on the caves and stuff. But think about it, motherfucker. The first joint nigga drew was them titties. Niggas was like,
hey yo, what Venus of Velendor? That's the first sculpture. Or the oldest sculpture on Earth, I believe.
According to the white man.
But they found it in Africa, so
yeah. I just think we got to put that little tagline on the most of history we ever learned. According to the white man. right after we say it, we according to the white man. Like,
yo, y'all heard the story about this dude in the NBA? I don't even know what team he played for, but his name is like Malik Beasley.
Oh yeah, I shared that joint to the group.
That boy out here tricking.
Why is Larsa Pippen back in the headlines? Like,
I'm really getting tired of seeing her name because she's just one of those like socialites who is literally just famous for being famous, like famous for being married to Scottie Pippen.
Honestly, no, she's famous for fucking Future. Like, she's famous
Smashing Future.
for smashing. Okay. We gotta restart talking about how many. Like, do we know a lot of people who are famous just for fucking?
I can name 5.
Like, we have whole shows predicated on who niggas was married to, who they fucked.
Right, like
yeah, that's true.
That shit nasty too, man.
Yeah. Name is there a nigga we only know about besides porn stars because of who they fuck?
I'm gonna say Scott Disick because I don't know nothing about him, but I know he used to smash Courtney K.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he was married.
He was an actor though, Lou.
Yeah, but see, I didn't know that. I literally just know him from the Kardashians.
He was known. That doesn't count. No, that doesn't count. I'm not talking about I'm talking about literally gained fame through.
I mean, Lori Harvey.
I said a man.
Oh man. Oh. Shit.
We can all name 10 women. Well, I'm saying, do we know a brother or a man who got famous just because he literally just dated someone or fucked someone? Oh,
you know what I'm about
Kevin
to say.
Federline.
I was gonna say Jeremy Meeks, but that's another good one.
Yeah.
Wasn't Federline like Jeremy
Britney
Meeks?
Spears. Britney Spears' ex-husband.
Oh yes, the model.
Yeah.
No, we're talking about 2 different things now. But Joe, that's a good one. Kevin Federline. He wasn't a musician before he got with Britney. Was he? I'm asking. Serious question. He wasn't a musician. Kevin Federline. No.
I think he may have been a struggle artist, but he don't count. Like, it don't count.
If we'll put him in there. Too, I wouldn't have known him, and probably most people outside of LA wouldn't have known him. Chris Humphries.
He was an
NBA player, bro. Like,
but like,
if you watch NBA,
no, there are NBA players, and then there are the A-listers, the people that you know, or at least the people that are names brought up.
Yeah, but what I mean by I'm saying though, like, it's like I knew who that nigga was before she started dating him though. Like,
okay, all right.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, it can't be like I genuinely don't think we could find 10 niggas who knew who the fuck Kevin Federline was before Britney pulled up with that nigga. No. And that's kind of what I mean. It's like he was doing his own thing, and then she started dating him. So she rose his status.
Yeah.
Well, I don't even say status, notoriety. She rose his notoriety.
But that's another thing. Like, women typically don't go down. Like,
what you mean?
They don't make bum ass niggas look good. Like, they don't.
Right. Like
they're not about to go.
Bum ass nigga.
If it's a nigga that drop dick off, all he do is drop dick off. He disappear when the cameras come out. Like, nobody is around for Oprah's side piece.
I feel like it's the other way around. Like,
what do you mean?
He's the oldest.
I feel like you saying, like, you know, like a joint ain't just gonna bring a bum ass nigga around just because he dropped the D off. But I feel like you don't know what's going on in her head, man. He be dropping the D off, and then she got it twisted, like, oh, I really liked it. We all know some joint that start liking the dude that got some good D. And that's what I'm saying. Like, to y'all, he's a bum ass nigga, but to her, she's like, you know what?
Yeah, and then she
I might get this nigga some
that
kids.
We're all right, and then she leaves his ass because he's a bum ass nigga.
But we never hear from that nigga again.
Right, never again.
Like, for instance, Black China case study on this. I think she blew up because of who she fucked, but she couldn't blow up who she fucked. She tried. I think that one light-skinned nigga she was fucking with, the one who released the blowjob video or some shit, they tried to make that nigga somebody on Shade Room, but it didn't stick.
They tried to make that.
Oh, like,
I know. You know what I'm talking about. We can't remember his name or his face, but it's literally like she tried to do what was done for her, which is elevate someone's status by just doing some freaky shit with them, and it didn't work because she didn't have, her status was still on some, you know. So I'm very interested in that though.
But I feel like that's more because, I mean, who really tripping over Black China? Like, who was worried about, like, her status wasn't really like up there enough for her to bring somebody else up with her because, you know, he dropped some D off.
I mean, at the time, she had her own reality TV show on VH1 with Rob, and then eventually got her own spinoff, I think. So I'm just saying, like, I can name like multiple women who have whole careers just because they fucked this one dude, dated this one guy for a while, or have a kid with this one person. But like, I'm just trying to think to myself, like, how many men do we have? Because it's not like we don't have women of upper status and upper echelon that we know about our whole lives. For instance, I think Rihanna was dating a whole billionaire we never heard about, and I still don't remember that nigga name.
Jamil Hassan, I believe.
I thought that nigga was a prince.
But that's just because I'm
Did you see she's supposed to be dating ASAP Rocky right now?
ASAP Rocky again.
Again, yeah. Let's put that asterisk. They've been down this road. I know Drake punching the air right now. That's the meme on the internet. But I really believe he's punching the air in his mansion.
No, Weekend punching air. He's still mad about the Grammys.
Right. He got his own issues.
But you know, like when you have something like actually going on, and then your friend brings some petty shit to you, and they're more mad about their petty shit than your real shit. Yeah. I feel that's Drake in the Weekend.
Yo, you know what's even funnier? What if ASAP really was the nigga that accidentally let it slip that Drake had this baby? Remember, he was caught up in that whole controversy, and now he actually with Rihanna. This nigga Drake got a whole nemesis in his head, and it is just
that would actually be really funny because at the end of the day, Drake is trying to be the man. Well, no, like, but Rocky, I feel is just like living his life.
Rocky really is the man.
Right, like Rocky is the
he's just doing him.
I get it. Whatever swag Rocky has, Drake wants.
Drake is
you're right. No, you're right. He's
Drake. Let's be clear. Drake's swag is created by his status.
Yes, because he's corny.
Yeah, 100%. Like Drake,
past that, he's corny.
In his height. We gotta give him his height too.
He got the beard,
and he got the beard now.
He can,
but this is all post.
This is all post being Drake though. But the height was always something he had in his bag. But that nigga with the black face, that nigga wasn't getting.
He wasn't getting no play.
You mean Degrassi's Aubrey Graham isn't going to be able to date Rihanna?
Wheelchair Jimmy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he wasn't getting no play.
Yeah. That's what's funny, man. And like I said, everything is status drip with him now. But Rocky, you can tell he was getting shit broken Harlem. He was just pulling them.
Oh yeah, I believe that. Yeah, the swag, you know, he got that New York swag, which is another level of swagginess.
Yeah. He does.
On top of that, like
he makes dope music videos.
From like old niggas, like old hip hop niggas, they were getting game from. So
facts.
Like it's different. True. It's different.
Yo, this man really dated Rihanna twice. Like that should be in the Guinness Book of World Records, son.
I was able to keep Rihanna's interest.
You know what's so funny, man? I am such a fan of how Rihanna be moving, bro.
Oh, facts.
She like on the low.
She really is. She's like
on the high. What are you talking about?
No, it is on the high, but it's because of like, you know, everything's like I really be wondering if like celebrities plan when the paparazzi catch them, or if the really paparazzi just be still catching these niggas. You know what I'm saying? Do they think they really hiding, or do they be like? Or do they really think
honestly, I think if they're in America, then.
But these are global superstars, though.
Well, no, but that's the thing. Like, if I feel like if she's in Singapore, like there are enough. There's enough for her to hide. You know.
You think niggas in Singapore don't know who Rihanna is?
I'm about to say, bro, she stick out like a sore thumb in Singapore.
I'm not saying that. But
oh, you mean like if she goes like the resort or something, she can stay on the low?
Like the level of money that is in Singapore compared to if she's just in New York. Because the rich niggas in New York, you'll never see them, like because they just are who they are. But if she's in Singapore and she's with the rich niggas, it's like, oh well. She's with the rich people. We can't even get to the rich people. So like we know she's important, but We can't even get close to them.
And then all the poor people got like flip phones and shit, so the videos don't even be. They can't even say, they can't even like tweet videos out of like, yo, I think this Rihanna in my country. Like they can't even do shit like that.
16-bit.
Yeah, exactly. So I get that. I understand that.
You know.
But yeah, like I said, I'm just a fan of how she be moving, man. It's like she's a entrepreneur, businesswoman. She's incredible. So like I said, shouts out to ASAP, man.
Big ups to ASAP.
Hey, look, ASAP, he had his little controversy with his partner. He squashed that shit. He dated Rihanna again. 2020's looking up for him.
Well, you know, he got locked up in overseas, so I think he that nigga really stayed low after he got back.
That nigga was in an apartment in Sweden.
Huh?
Did you see the jail? That jail was nice as shit.
Oh, nah, but they said the motherfuckers be acting like crazy people in that motherfucker though.
I mean, yeah, but he can go back to his room and lock the door. Like he's
fine. Well, that's good. I don't know, man. I don't feel good being locked up in the country with no niggas in it.
Yeah,
I'm not saying jail is like niggas be loving on each other in jail. Pause. But I'm just saying. I'm not saying that. I'm basically saying like what I mean by that is like I remember this old clip from back in the day where they were interviewing Snoop. And when Snoop was young, he got locked up. He just talked about, we used to go outside, just be freestyling every day. He just talked about how chill jail was. He's like, I wouldn't want to go back, but he was just really like, he didn't make it seem like niggas was struggling like that in there. He was just like, yo, niggas, but that's what I mean. Like his version of it was Snoop's version of it. I don't think that's how jail is for a lot of niggas. Like, basically, I don't think you go in there, all the niggas is your friends all of a sudden. I'm just basically saying, if I was gonna get locked up, I wouldn't want to go to prison with just number white people.
You would or you would not?
I would not. Fuck no.
Yeah, nah, I'm with you. Yeah, no, I'm straight.
Yeah, that's a different level of, because then you be talking to him like, all right, Patrick, what are you in here for? It's like, well, ran over my sister. I'm like, oh, I didn't apologize.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to see some niggas in there.
And then I reversed over a skull.
And then I had
guard.
I knew I was gonna take it there, Lou. But I was like, Lou about to catch. Let me ollie this joint. Lou's like, Lou dug the shit out that joint, nigga.
Terrible, man.
Yeah, you know damn well he fucked that skull after he ran it over.
You? No, he did.
That's what he did. Crazy white boy, go crazy white boy, baby. Oh man. Oh shit.
I skipped all the way over Mulatto.
No. We talked about her. She was
respect to her.
Respect to her. She was nothing but a springboard topic. Well, she was gonna get us into a bigger conversation.
It really was.
That's all
we flowing right now. So
some people deserve exposition, and some people just will get us to something else that we really want to talk about, nigga. That's Mulatto, nigga. But dang, hold on 1 second though. Pause. I gotta do take a leak.
I am thirsty. Whoa, what are you drinking over there, bro?
It's Pinot Noir. A Josh Reserve. Yo, Pinot Noir is some good ass wine, my guy.
Is that red or white?
It's red.
Yeah,
it's not. It's not like too bitey like Cabernet is. You know, like most of them have like a subtle sweetness to it, but it's still gonna be wine at the end of the day. It's not like Moscato or Rosé. You know, it's not that level of sweetness, but it's just like if Rosé and Moscato are sugar, this is honey.
Yeah, I can't ever say I've had rosé, but I know what you mean though.
Yeah.
As far as the sweetness, we in my family, my sister put me onto this. We drink it's called Lambrusco. It's this red wine that joined it, and this is from somebody who does not like to drink alcohol at all. But Lambrusco, that joint is just like sweet enough, not OD sweet, but it is just sweet enough for me to get really fucked up on it. That joint tastes good.
Right, because I picked a bottle up on Thanksgiving.
Of what?
And, of this right here.
Oh, the Josh.
Yeah, the Josh, and I was just like, oh, this is good. So I double back. I had to get 2 more bottles of it. Bruh, because right now I'm not trying to smoke for real, for real. Like I notice my voice is so much better. I can sing every day and shit. Like so. I'm like, I understand why artists have vices, and a lot of them.
Yeah, people have
Yeah.
vices.
Facts, man.
Oh yeah, man. I made it through No Nut November, niggas.
Okay, all right. So
Dang.
so did December
Do
1.
you feel good?
Midnight, nigga.
Can you
D1.
levitate?
It was at
D1?
midnight. Midnight, nigga.
You said
Motherfucker had
D1.
I had a whole list of my favorite beers ready to go.
Oh
Watched the
man.
first
Okay,
one and
loaded.
fell asleep.
I've never heard that before.
The sad. Now I was like, bro, I was surprised I made it 30 days with no anything.
Hey, good job.
Nah,
Honestly.
I'm not gonna lie. I
Yes.
fell into like a
Good
2-day
job.
window where I was just binging the fuck out of porn without doing anything. But other than that,
Wow.
I'm good. I said, I'm proud of myself. I had to get this win for my willpower in 2020.
Yeah,
I
no.
I highly
You did
respect
it for
that.
you. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
No, on a serious note though, I highly respect that because I saw a meme, wasn't a meme, but it was one of them things on Instagram, and it said some profound shit like people think freedom is the ability to do whatever you want, but really it's the ability to not give in to every urge or every whim. And I was like, that's some deep shit, man. I've been thinking about that all day, bro.
No, that's it. I think that reminds me of that Dr. King quote from the A King in the Wilderness, where he was like, I conquered my love of money and my fear of death.
Mm.
And he said that's when he knew he was free. And because he said like he was
Powerful.
paranoid, he was scared to death. Then one day he was just relaxed, and he was just like, he said, "What happened to you?" And I think he said it was like a Jesse Jackson he was talking to. He's like, "I conquered my love of money and my fear of death." I was just
Wow.
like, "That's bars." Basically, he's just
Wow,
like,
that's
"Yo,
deep.
if I go, I go. If I go broke, I go broke." Like, he died broke.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? And I get that. Like, so I get what you're saying, Lou. That's true, man. That is fact. That is like, and that's kind of the why I needed this win for the willpower. I was just like, because last year I did it. I tapped out at like the 24th and shit.
Still
And
better
like
than
6 days
Yeah,
ago.
still better than most.
Yeah. So, and so this time, and then it's like, and then when I first tapped out the last year when I did it, part of me was like, it feels like you're supposed to not succeed.
you designed to lose.
No, that's the culture around it. Like niggas be like the post, like niggas be like, I guess I failed no November. Like because they be under like the IG models post. They be like, I guess man, you about to make me fail no November. And then you go on Pornhub and these niggas is promoting, did you fail no November? So it's just like, so there's this kind of
That's
culture
rude.
surrounded, like I just kind of weird, man, because it's like it's this culture surrounded, like we're not supposed to be able to just not do anything for 30 days. But at the same time, we're supposed to be getting rid of our toxicity, but this whole society is telling us, bust them nuts, nigga. And I was just like, I think
Bust
control
them
is
nuts in
just,
this way. It's
yeah.
all about control. That's it.
That's what I'm saying. It's just like one of those. Now, look, December 1st at
Popping.
midnight. Look, nigga. Son. Bro. Nigga. You would have thought.
I mean,
Oh, man. That's all I got to say, bro.
I respect it because
Yeah.
I don't even think about that as a thing. People would be like, "Oh yeah, no, not November." I'm like, "What is y'all niggas talking about, son? I'm about to go. I go rub one out
To
right
go
now."
beat now.
Hey. Nah, but that was my mentality, and I really sat there. I was like, "Yo, son, when's the last time I went?" Because I've done like 3-4 weeks like that. I like 2 a couple weeks because when I go overseas and shit, I just don't do it. But it's just like, but those like old trips from back in the day. So I'm just like, I've had moments, and it's like, and those joints from when I came back from the trips be crazy because you also switch your diet overseas. You don't get as much processed foods.
Mm-hmm.
So, everything is functioning really well when you get back. Let me just say that.
Right.
And it's just like, it's one of those things where, you know what I'm saying? I'm also 30. So, you know what I'm saying? I just said
Grown man
like,
shit. Okay.
yeah, 30 days without, because November's got 30 days in it. I'm 30, turned 30 this year. I'm like, 2020's been this year of I woke up several nights, didn't have those 15 pages written that I wanted written. Like, you know, there's been a lot of momentary willpower fails. I was just like, yo, let me get a basic joint out the way. And I was able to accomplish it. So like I said, and you know, it's funny during that period, man, I was like, creative spark came back, energy was up, everything was good for me that whole time.
That's what's up.
No, I completely agree. I didn't do it, but I understand the benefit of like just how much can you get done? How much more extra free space do you have up here when you're not thinking about that basic instinct of like,
and that's the problem. Like the last week, I thought about it all the time. Not even that, but just like, you know, porn and shit like that. Like the visual stimulation of it. Like you just keep thinking about it all the time. And that's where it was fucking with me because I was like, this is no longer helpful to me. This is just detrimental. So for me, it's like 20 days and then do what you got to do. But I think 2 or 3 weeks in between is just a healthy way for me personally, what I've seen in my pattern. And then after that, like once it starts dominate every thought you have, then it's just like you're being counterproductive at this point. But I still wanted to get my 10 days out the way, you know?
Isn't that more like a withdrawal? Like I'm cool with like.
No,
like,
it is. It's literally because it's literally like I'm not saying I'm addicted, but niggas might be addicted.
Right.
But it's just like I think it's like music. There's just some addictions we accept in our lives. I'm addicted to music. I need to listen to it every day. I need to hear.
Eating is an addiction.
Huh? No, because it's necessary for life.
Eating is a healthy addiction. That's what I'm saying. It's like something.
I would say eating based on like pleasure, like always eating something you want to eat is an addiction.
If you ate cake 3 times a day, every day,
exactly, that's an addiction.
It's like, oh, okay, all right, yeah.
That's
like, you know,
like it's carrot cake.
Yeah, but what's the next topic? Do I just want to share that bit of nugget?
I actually wanted to stay on that. That's a very interesting. I was going to ask y'all, and then
go ahead.
Like, what's thing? Because you know, we in the last month of 2020, and even me too. I didn't do no nut November, but I do have this thing where, and I've already broken it to where I'm like, I'm just gonna give up like dating and like meeting women and just falling back and just focusing on what's important for like the next, 30 days of this month or this year or whatever. Already broken it, but I'm gonna get back on track.
I see what
but like, what's one thing y'all feel like y'all need to give up right now to ascend to the next level or to focus better? Just for me, is
well, one of the things like I said, I just gave it up for 30 days, but I'm not gonna lie, man. It's got to be right now. It's the fatty foods.
I feel that too.
It's the compulsory need to get that thing that tastes good instead of just getting something that'll get the pains out my stomach. You know, that's I always said that's a trick to a diet. You just gotta get used to not enjoying eating.
Right.
Like, you eat to live. That's point blank period. It's like this key to a diet is just to put your brain in survival mode, meaning that bowl of rice and plain piece of chicken would have been great if I was coming out the desert after 30 days. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I think that's just kind of the mindset because the abundance is the problem. The fact I know I could pull up to Chipotle, Chick-fil-A. Niggas is right next to each other.
You just call this shit Pole?
Yeah, Pole. I call it Pole.
Always next to each other.
Yeah, always next to each other. And then they got the nerve to put a Starbucks right there too. Got Panera across the street now. Wow. Like, you know what I'm saying? So the abundance of, and then you think the variety shift, it's like, well, I'm not going to eat Chipotle every day. And that's your version of healthy. Just not eating the one thing every day, but you're still going around eating this other unhealthy thing. So that's another thing, Walt. So what is your thing?
Yeah, like what's one thing you feel like you got to give up?
Right now, I feel like that's what I did give up. It was social media. Like that's what I was giving up.
Okay.
But I realized, like, one, I'm cooking from home way more. Like,
yeah.
I'm not using Uber Eats as much, and like I'm eating way more healthier too, because it's not like I'm just getting a bunch of frozen meals and then heating them up. Like, I'm making a whole bunch of salads for myself and just trying to do that. But it like I started playing guitar again, like, so like
that's cool.
yeah. But I'm really trying to struggle like to see like what I can give up right now because I feel like the thing that was keeping me back, I gave that up, but it is now filling that void with something else. You know,
Meaning you feel like you're replacing social media with cooking at home and like trying to eat healthier. Is that what you're
right?
saying?
Like exactly. It's like I don't feel like
That's
it's
a healthy replacement,
balanced.
though.
It's a healthy
Yeah,
replacement,
that's
but it's
cool.
not a balanced replacement. If that makes
I
sense.
got you. I got you. So it's like, it's occupying the time,
Right.
and
Right.
you don't
So
want it to occupy the time necessarily.
exactly. So that's more so what I'm trying
Yeah.
to struggle with.
Am I cooking this risotto because I don't want to get on Instagram, or am I cooking this risotto because I want risotto?
Because right, you
Yeah,
know,
exactly.
why do why risotto?
Yeah, by the
Like
time you finish that risotto, I'm gonna be tired as shit. I'm gonna want to go to
right.
sleep after I eat it. And so I get what you're saying. So it's like the fact that you know the activity will take so long, it's occupying time, so you have less time to
Mm,
do other things.
right.
Idle hands are the devil's playground, right? So
There
I
you
get it.
go. You know,
Yeah, no, I totally understand. To that point, Lou, I think a part of me genuinely feels like, and I felt this way all year, especially since the pandemic or at least our quarantining start. There's something that I don't want to take into 2021.
Mm.
what's that?
Do you
I
know
don't
what
know,
thing is?
but I feel like it is a crucial component to my ambition, right? Now, a part of me was like, okay, am I taking addictive behaviors? I want to withdraw on all of those, all aspects of my addictive behaviors, the eating, the management, all that shit, right? And then you go into procrastination.
Mm,
Mm.
Has been the main fucking knife in my back. I tried to get rid of it in college, didn't work. College was like built to procrastinate for me. Like the way college is structured was procrastination heaven for me. So I couldn't get rid of that procrastination. I know people look at procrastination as just momentary things, something they didn't do that one day and then they procrastinate. But I think procrastination is a character trait. Like I think it is a fundamental part of your identity. And I'm trying to not, I think it's either procrastination or the addictive behaviors, or it may be like a lot of the animosity towards people speaking truth to black men. Like a part of me is really like for instance, like we speak truth to power, we mean speak truth to white people, right? So there are people who speak truth to power because black men have power in our community to a degree. And a lot of times it feels like they're nitpicking or doing certain things. And I just realized that's a part of my personality that is the macro perception, right? Which is you just dig it. Like, for instance, when they say shit like, man, men need to protect black women, right? Part of me feels bad when I see that shit,
Mm.
And I think into 2021, I don't want to feel bad in terms of me feeling like I don't like the narrative shouldn't be circulating, or you feel the need to be defensive. I protect black, like, all that shit, right? I just think being more receptive to just like, listening to what's being said from black women, from, other LGBTQ, like just listening and just being like receptive to it without having that level of being like, but what about, or the whataboutisms that exist in
Right.
everybody, you know what I'm saying? Just
mm,
trying to be a better overall humane, understanding human being and individual. And I think those three components to it are like a lot of my, because you guys know you guys know me, so a lot of my art is reflective of the way we view society. And like it isn't just me, I don't just slap shit together. I'm trying to put a substantive message and a thought process together and try to get something out there. And I don't want it to be jaded. I don't want it to be misguided, and I don't want it to be harmful to people either, So I think there has to be a way in which, no, I'm willing to take my shots, I'm willing to get them jokes off. But at the same
Right.
point, I think that there's a level to it where you have to have, if you're conscious of these sort of feelings and things or stimuli that affect you, if you're conscious of the stimuli that affect you, I think you're just going to be better off as a person. And I've always been
No.
trying to be cognizant of what makes me upset, why it made me upset, or why it did make me upset. Why did other people care about this? Why don't I care about that? That's how I used to feel about cell phones.
Yeah, this nigga was hella anti-social media in the beginning.
Yeah, social media. But not even social media necessarily. For me, it was like, and I still feel this way about cell phone. I got the Samsung S8. I'm gonna have it until this shit start glitching.
Same.
I don't have the compulsion to go grab the joint that just dropped. I think all of us are like that, right? We keep our phone until our phone don't work no more.
Right.
And then we get a new one. There are some people though, as soon as the new one drops, they gotta get it.
They gotta get, yeah.
And you know, as soon as the new Jordans drop, they gotta get it. You know what I'm saying? Those things aren't a problem in my personality. But I understand that if you getting the new Jordans drop and you ain't paid your child support, that's a problem. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just to put that out there. But I'm just saying, like, there's other things and other vices people have. But being cognizant and aware of them, I think, is the first step. I've always been trying to be cognizant and aware of them. I think into 2021, I want to get rid of at least one, or at least make a concerted effort in the following year to put the proper amount of reins on it, like put proper constraints on it. Like if I procrastinate, then I only do it on Wednesday.
Yeah, you got to have some off days, like some relax. I feel that.
Exactly. You know, and that's what I'm saying. I think that's just where to start. Like, because for me, I don't think psychologically I'll be healthy in 2021 if 2020 didn't birth a new Joel by Joel's metrics, if that makes any sense.
I get you.
Yeah, like if you the same nigga that you was in March of next year, you fucked up.
Yeah.
You really did. I'm going to be Funk Flex getting lipo on the gram.
Hey, he a different nigga.
That's what I'm saying. Like, but I'm saying I don't know what 2020 did to this nigga.
He different.
Right.
You know, I don't know what the 2020 made him lose the weight, but he can't get rid of this one spot. I don't know what it's doing to him, but I get it. You know what I'm saying? I get it. Also, I gotta get my clout up my show. I pull up on niggas in their hood and let them freestyle. I gotta get some buzz on my show. You gotta remember who Funk Flex is. Like all these niggas have to do that every now and then. They just gotta remind us they out there because there's so many people out there right now that we can tap into every day. They just gotta remind us, I exist. You know, even if it's gonna be through some sensational shit. Look at Nate Robinson. Forgot all about that nigga till he was knocked the fuck out by Jake Paul.
Nate.
Yeah, I really didn't even know that fight was going on until I got on Snapchat. Like literally.
Facts.
Yeah, I'm so serious.
But we all remember Nate Robinson. You know what I'm saying?
I remember
contest, NBA player, New York Knick. At some point he entered the culture and was a figure in the culture. For instance, if Jake Paul had just dropped some random black man we never heard of, wouldn't have gave a fuck. Oh. But because we remember it, we know who Nate Robinson is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's why we just like, come on, son. Come on, Nate. And then we also think a lot of famous people we follow know Nate personally because he's a basketball player. They seen him at games and stuff, high fives, signatures. So then they're going to be roasting him on a personal level, like Shannon Sharp with his meme where he was like, I told you not to do this shit. And he had the black model. Because he really probably told that nigga not to do that shit.
And it's like, nigga, this don't seem like a good idea, but all right.
Yeah. And that's another thing. I posted that joint. What is the window?
For roasting niggas.
For roasting niggas. Because I'm not going to lie. At 72 hours, I start feeling bad.
That is a long time.
But you got to think about it. There's some people don't come up with the best meme until 48 hours in the game. Well, we got to give people time to cook.
Oh, no.
Everybody's not fast.
My best jokes are about two, maybe 3 days out.
Exactly. So I didn't see that joint. I didn't see that. What's the joint where they put that nigga the NBA logo down?
Never box again.
That's 48-hour me. You ain't gonna come up with that right away. That's a nigga sitting in the house I cannot. That's a motherfucker sit. That's a nigga sit like this for 3 hours at the crib a night. I got it. And he probably saw us fitted across the room, saw the logo, thought of Jerry. Like, I just want to know the connective tissues that made that nigga say, I got y'all, nigga. I got you. Wait till they get this joint.
Why they even
It's a
gonna let a
perfect one.
basketball player go and box, man? That shit don't even seem right. You know,
Grown
having
man.
guys laid down like that,
Never
representing all the
boxed
NBA.
When that's when
again.
Charlotte, when that they asked Shannon Sharp, it was like, yo, do you feel like we just picking on Nate? And Shannon was like, Nate didn't have to do that shit.
Right. He really didn't though.
Nate
Like, we
made
ain't-
$500,000.
Because he was like,
Right.
exactly. He was like, people acting like Nate was fighting for his life. That nigga got that ring
Oh.
for entertainment purposes. And we was
Nate
entertained.
made $500,000.
And got paid to get knocked out.
I'm not gonna lie, so I didn't watch the fight live, but I saw the review.
Me neither, nigga. We all saw the
We saw that
Who
30
the fuck was
seconds.
watching that shit, nigga?
Man.
I was watching them old niggas fight Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr.
I
Fuck
wanted
that
to
shit.
watch that shit live because we're gonna get to Tyson, but man, when he hit,
I want to watch it because of Snoop. I'm mad at the Snoop's commentary.
bro, when he hit the mat, oh man, that shit looked violent. That's
He
one
got
of those.
knocked out? Hold up.
Nate Robinson.
Nate Robinson got
saw-
knocked down 3 times.
I
No,
thought
he
you
did.
talking about Tyson.
No, I didn't
Oh,
realize.
Nah,
I didn't realize he had got knocked out 2 times before he got knocked
right
out.
before the final one.
Yo, I'm just,
Yes.
this is news
So
to
the
me
last
right
one-
now.
Yes.
Yeah,
They
Lou.
did-
Like if you look at the clip, the full
rounds?
joint, right before he
In
got
2
knocked
rounds,
out
he
for
got
good,
knocked down 3 times.
and right before he got knocked out for good, he got knocked out and he got back up. And then,
Right.
Because I forgot.
No. By that second one, it should like somebody been like, "Hey, Nate, come here."
No, because Rachel
Nate.
Nichols posted it, and she was like, "It should have been stopped before it got to this, right?"
Right.
The people in the comments was like, "Rachel, when you talking about this is a fight," and I didn't realize he had already been knocked out like 3 different times. So she was. So when I saw that, I was like, "Rachel, you being soft with this shit." I was like,
No, she is
She
being
was being
responsible.
she watched the whole fight, so
professional.
she watched the whole fight, so she knew the whole story. I saw that one
Right.
clip. I thought they got knocked out
Yeah.
after like first round.
No. This shit was the
Damn.
second or third round that they went down there. And it was like, like it was bad. It was bad.
I gotta pay to see the rematch.
But you want to know what's really funny though? So apparently, Logan Paul or Jake Paul, one of the Paul brothers, all right,
Crackers.
he threw 8 of 21 of his punches landed.
Yeah, but ain't nobody gonna talk about that.
You talking about Logan?
Logan, 8 of 21 of the punches that he threw landed.
Oh, you're talking about at the fight with Nate?
Percentage-wise.
Yes.
That's Jake. That's Jake Paul. Yeah.
Yeah. So Jake Paul, 8 of the 21 punches. Like,
Oh no, he's not a good boxer.
Yeah, right. Like it's less than a third of the punches you threw.
Well, look, 8 took out Nate.
A little more than a third.
You know what's
Oh, he
funny?
took 8.
Nah, that joint that meme nigga said good Nate.
Time to go Nate.
Y'all about to go to
Ouch.
Nate, yeah?
Ow. You know what's bad when a nigga land on his stomach and his palms are up?
Oh, bro, look, I ain't see that. You know, the last thing I seen knocked out like that was Pacquiao. That nigga,
Right. It's like, oh no, that nigga ain't getting up.
Pacquiao was sleep, nigga. Oh my god, yeah, Nate Robinson, nigga.
Oh man.
But
You know what's funny? I'm a fan of stand-up, so I see some memes, right? And I know they came from stand-ups.
Wow.
Like the meme where they was like, they had to start the Tyson fight because Nate was still asleep, so he was in the ring while they was fighting. That's a
That do sound like a stand-up bit.
that is a stand-up bit from Earthquake,
okay.
the comedian.
Oh, the comedian. Okay.
Yeah. He had a bit about Pacquiao. He was like, no, I think it was Roy Jones Jr. He got knocked out back in the day. Roy Jones, he's like, Roy was still asleep. The ref was still counting when the next fight was going.
Yo, you know who you should fight next though?
Not Nate.
Nah, you should fight Chris Brown.
Breeze ain't about to set
No,
himself up like
he was
that,
supposed
bro.
to fight. What's his name a while ago?
Think
Remember?
about it.
Wasn't that Offset or somebody?
Was it Offset?
Him and Offset had some beef going
But
on.
there was somebody that genuinely was like, "Yo, he about to square up with this nigga in the
Soulja
ring."
Boy. It was Chris Brown and Soldier Boy.
Oh yeah, no. Chris Brown was
Yeah,
about to happen.
yeah, we need that.
I will.
In 2020, that's how you want to go out?
Nigga, 2021. Let's put it
Yo,
on.
they
Start
announced
the
it,
year with that shit, nigga.
December 30th.
Yeah. All I know is Soulja Boy been locked up at the beginning of this year in 2020 was shit. And last year when Soulja was out, 2019, it was the year Soulja was back.
Drake.
Exactly, nigga. All I'm saying is, nigga, we seem to be collectively happier with Soulja is out here being Soulja.
Big Soulja.
Big Draco.
Exactly.
Man.
Big Draco, nigga.
I would like to see that. I feel like Breezy would knock him out though.
Oh, Breezy would kill him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%.
We've seen what his hands can do.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
You know, like, and that's why I'm just like, hey, like, if one of the Paul brothers want to go and fight Chris Brown, have at it. Like, I feel that's an actual like celebrity famous fight that would be legit.
It was just bad that Nate Robinson lost to like the epitome of white privilege.
No, he's like, they're legit douchebags.
Jake Paul was like caught literally like stealing shit during the damn
the riots.
Yeah, and he was just like, yeah, I'm just still out here though. Like, that's what I'm saying. Nate, we didn't need this in 2020, Nate. I'm mad at Nate. Nigga, you see what black people been going through this year, nigga. We didn't need to see you on the floor with this white boy celebrating.
And it's not just the fact that he lost. Like, it's
he lost to Jake Paul.
Out. His face was on the mat. He was down for 5 minutes.
He was bad.
Arms was up.
It was bad.
Like,
Yo, did you see the TDA Jake speed? He was like, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. It was like Nate Robinson. It's like Black Twitter be like, wake up, wake up.
Yeah. Wake up! Wake up!
That's such a shame too, because the other
fights Snoop was like, "Oh Lord."
The other fights were really, really good. That's the other shame.
Bad nigga was nobody sleep on the ground, nigga.
I gotta see that joint.
Well, apparently, this is a partnership Snoop got with Triller. They're gonna be putting more fights out like this.
Yeah,
Snoop's gonna be our ringside commentator. Word. I'm on it.
That's lit.
Snoop doing commentary is just brilliant. We need to.
Hilarious. No, Snoop is a good host.
Oh, 100%. 100%. People forget Snoop had a sitcom, a sketch comedy show on MTV way back in the day that was hilarious.
Oh, I don't even remember that.
Yeah, bro. It was like Snoop Doggy Dizzle or some dumb shit. But it was like, yeah, man, he's 6 episodes. And that shit was hilarious. They had the haterade. For haters when they be tired, when they be thirsty, you gotta get some haterade. Please, like, all this hating got me thirsty.
That nigga seceding over there. That nigga seceding over there. Yeah. Man, fuck these niggas.
I remember the Herbal Essence commercials, how they used to be suggestive towards sex, with the girls doing all this shit. So Snoop had a black version of it where the bottle was like based on like a black man's dick. The white woman took that joint and she was doing extra shit in the shower. She was like, this nigga Snoop like wiped the glass off while she was in there. He was like, yo, look that joint up. So I'm trying to tell you, this nigga Snoop had a sick. I'm about to Google it right now because I know this shit exists, nigga.
Wake up, wake up.
That's foolish,
oh man, bro.
That's foolish.
Yo, I love
Tyson fight. That was a good match. Y'all saw it, right?
Yeah.
Look like I saw it.
I saw the clip. I saw the highlights.
Man.
Or the lowlights. That shit was low as fuck.
Man, Tyson looked really good. Like, just as far as like a fighter stance is going, like.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Oh man.
Rules be damned.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I agree. You said he was high during the fight.
Relax.
They asked him. Tyson was like, "Look, man." He said, "I'm a smoker. That's what I do. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die this way. I'm gonna live this way. I'm gonna die this way. It is what it is." I was like, "Yeah, I respect it, man."
Yeah. I'm not even mad at that cat.
Nah, man.
Boxing, he's not gonna be the last boxing.
We forget this. Tyson's already had his career.
Yes.
You know, he did a lot of crazy shit during it. Had a lot of money, but he's happy being only 3. I saw that meme. That shit fucked me up. Where they was like. They put the net worth of Snoop, Tyson, Nate Robinson, and then they put the net worth of the motherfucker Michael Buffer, the ring announcer.
Oh,
Niggas like worth $400 million. I was like, what the fuck?
Right.
What?
Right.
Yeah.
Now his voice is golden.
He's literally the richest one who was there. Like he's worth like $400 million. She was hilarious to me, bro.
Yeah.
Hold on, what's this dude's
Michael
name?
Buffett.
Michael Buffett. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's get ready to rumble. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm about to Google this man net worth right now.
Well, people gotta understand. Look, he was in a mob ran Vegas back in the day.
400 million. What?
Yeah. He was in a mob ran Vegas, but somebody put the meme up. They basically was like black people abusing themselves for the pleasure of white people because like everybody who was like Snoop's worth like 30 million, and then Nate was and like Mike Tyson's worth
like 100 million, but still that ain't shit compared to 400.
That doesn't make sense that Snoop is only worth 30 or 40.
I may undershot
like
him.
100 million.
I may undershot him, but it's just like
at least 150, man.
Look, I Michael Buffett, nigga. But like I said, Michael Buffett has like mob ties. Like he probably got a bunch of land that he ain't supposed to own because some niggas killed somebody. Hey. Like, you gotta think about it. He grew up like he's Michael Buffett, the voice. He was doing all the fights in the 80s and the 90s, and like this is when the mob ran Vegas and shit.
I didn't even know that.
I think he trademarked "Let's Get Ready to Rumble" because every announcer had their own thing, but he was.
And you gotta think about the games that use his voice.
Yeah,
right. He get paid for all that shit, man.
Royal Rumble, all that shit.
Yeah. And meanwhile, niggas can't figure out how to get a check from Fortnite for stealing dances and shit.
Mm.
Well, it's because you know.
Well, you know how that goes.
Yeah, about something like that's.
You know how niggas.
That's what I'm saying, dude. That's
shit.
what I was thinking. So I saw this video this week by Abba and Preach.
Gonna be like, well, we don't know.
Abba and Preach. They did this video of this girl, and she's being stalked in the UK.
I didn't watch that one yet.
And all the things that this motherfucker's done, he's assaulted her. She said he be looking through the mailbox hole in her apartment. She come down in the morning and she's like, "What is that?" And she looks over and this nigga be like staring through the joint and he shuts it. She's doing all this, bro, and they can't arrest him because he'll send threatening messages online, but they can't prove it's him because they would have to go through the service to track it, right? Wait, so basically, it's like, but the girl brought up the point that this is happening to like women all across the world, and she brought up like all these influencers who've been murdered. Like this one girl got decapitated by her stalker, and like they had this precipitating, and like the thing is, he decapitated her and put the video on 4chan. And like, so now the images last forever. Like, so she can't even like, so basically it's just a horrible story, right? But I'm listening to this. Apparently you can't really do much with stalking because it's just circumstantial. So that's basically like if a dude, because for instance, if a dude's outside your house, is he just standing there or is he really stalking you? And the police aren't going to be diligent enough to show up every day and see him. You know what I'm saying? And then, okay, let's say you recorded him every day. And all he has to do is just say some shit like, well, I drop off flyers for Chinese restaurants in your neighborhood. You know, it's like inconspicuous. And I get it. There's just always a wiggle room out if you don't have concrete proof for it. And the way police do their work, which they don't do anything, like they pretty much, so all these women have to wait until the motherfucker literally gets violent and escalates or kills them. This is pretty much how these severe stalker cases are handled. And I was thinking about this shit. And then I saw, it was an Auburn Preach video. It was an Auburn Preach video. Look up Auburn Preach on YouTube, and it says she needs help. But she's an influencer. She's from the UK or something. But I brought this up because earlier in the group chat, I shared because Casanova, the rapper, they're like, this nigga's like wanted by the FBI, and they're like looking for him, and they're trying to get him on some RICO charges. Now y'all know what RICO charges are, right?
Yeah, I forget what it stands
for.
No. Yeah, racketeering, but RICO charges are gang charges. So basically, like, if we all have the same tattoo and I did some foul shit, they can say you guys are a part of the gang because you got the same tattoo. And they can send you to jail on that. Yeah. But you can't stop a man from killing a woman who's been in front of her house for 30 days. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
corrupt organization.
Yeah. So basically, if they can speculate or show speculation that you may be a part of this gang, like let's say you show up in 3 or more photos with Casanova, you're in the gang. Like this is how they got niggas locked up from this. How they was getting like they brought RICO charges up on Tekashi and shit. But I'm just saying, if the feds could give you RICO charges, bro, meaning you was around a nigga who may have did some shit wrong, but you can't stop a nigga who's literally in front of a woman's house every day. Like, so I was talking about the priorities with like, what are we legislating? That's like weird to me. I'm like, hold on. So you can get a nigga on conspiracy to commit fraud because he knows a nigga who committed fraud. But this woman's telling you, hey, this nigga's outside my apartment every night. He's trying to commit murder. And you got to wait for the murder to happen? But you could grab my black ass because I know Tekashi? Come on, son. Make it make sense. That shit's just weird to me. Like, so I just want to bring that up because I was like, that's just weird.
And you know, it's kind of interesting that you bring that up as well, because I've been watching the show The Undoing, and the subject is essentially a lady is murdered. They have a suspect, but they just have enough evidence to convict one suspect. It may not be him though.
Yeah,
that's what it is. So like the police, like, they haven't done their due diligence to see every possible angle, you know, that it could be, you know. And it sounds like this, like, oh well, it looks
close
like
enough.
this, so it's right, close enough. It's probably nothing. Like, where you just dig a little deeper and you did the due diligence that we expect you to do for your job, then, you know,
this just sounds like history, because cops have been caught many times just like pointing the blame of a crime on somebody just that didn't do it. They didn't have shit to do with the crime, just to say that they have
you mean
a
niggas?
Suspect in custody. Yeah, it's mostly niggas. Let's keep it 100. But yeah, that just sounds like a history show. Like,
and that's another thing. I was like, I feel like honestly, like, is it gonna be that much of a black man stalking a white woman? Y'all gonna find a way. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I find trouble to believe if my black ass starts stalking half of these white women I work with, that they gonna struggle to find a way to lock my black ass up. What is it? Sprinkle some cocaine on them and let's get out of here. Come on, son. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you know this nigga's out here, you know what he's doing. Like, I know y'all like to already do what you do. So just walk up, put some coke on that nigga, be like, hey, yo, son, just found this in your backpack. Yeah, let's go. Like, shit, man. I'm just saying, like, that's weird. I don't know. Like I said, it was just a thought that popped in my brain when we started talking about that shit. Cause I was like, the fuck?
Yeah, and I'm gonna go watch that video.
Yeah, it was a good video. Like, we should, like, you were talking about doing reaction videos like Abba and Preach.
To like random stuff. I was binging on their channel while I was like quarantining for 2 weeks. And I'm like, I fuck with these dudes.
Oh, you hadn't checked them out before that?
You had brought them like a video of theirs to me one time a while back, but just like these past 3 weeks, I've really just been watching this shit.
They go in with substance.
Yeah.
You know?
They be reacting like the most random, like, you know, just videos about anything, like Steve Harvey, Derek Jackson, just be going in.
Yeah, they got popped. They blew up because they did an Amanda Seales joint.
What you said is Auburn Preach, like Auburn the color?
No, Alba, like ABA.
And Alba. Preach. Yeah.
Yeah, I mess with them. Yeah, I'm saying we should do reaction videos.
No, I agree. I completely agree. I think that's definitely a staple we should put back into the repertoire when we get back in person. Because
for sure.
Yeah, reaction videos just don't hit through Zoom like that. Some people are doing them through Zoom and stuff, though. I've seen them. Like, for instance, if I just start sharing my screen out right now while we're recording, we could do a reaction video to some stuff. But
it's not the same.
It is.
It hit different in person.
It did, and they have more of a breakdown than just reaction. Like, they're kind of
they do commentary.
They could put commentary on it. It's a commentary, you know. They'll do like videos from like Jubilee, you know, like, do all trans women think the same, you know, those videos, or do all black people think the same, and they'll just watch them and then they'll break down and analyze what's being said, what type of questions being asked. Like, they did the one video where the dudes, like, where 5 guys got to rank 5 women.
Yeah.
And then vice versa. And you put them in order from most attractive to least attractive. So they do stuff like that. They put together stuff like, they'll mock shit like that a lot, honestly. But they're funny though. Like I said, they come with substance. They're in the wheelhouse of progressive thoughts and ideas, but they're funny as fuck still.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty common sense things that they be saying.
Exactly.
But again, they are funny, so
yeah. They actually appeared on Preach. No, Abba was on Flagrant 2 with Andrew Schultz from Brilliant Idiots. So yeah, so they came on before. But so what were we talking about?
I think we off that Rico stuff. Who's really surprised that Everyday Hustle 1 is getting canceled and 2 hasn't been canceled already?
I thought that shit was canceled. Yeah,
it
was.
Hey, honestly, you know what they should do? They should put us on Everyday Struggle.
I completely agree with you. Right? I completely agree with you. Nigga, that check could be looking empty. I still do that shit.
Right, like,
just for the clout.
We're gonna give you a nice $3,000 per episode. Sold.
Man,
that's what's up.
The thing is, people they didn't understand that we watched because Budden didn't like academics.
Right.
Yeah.
And Budden was all of us.
But isn't like, all right, so correct me if I'm wrong, Joel, right?
You're wrong. I'm gonna let you know.
Thank you. I appreciate that. But as you have a dynamic, right? Especially a two-person dynamic, you want a foil, right? You have the person that likes all of the new shit. It's not going to be entertaining that has somebody that agrees with that.
Yeah, they tried to. Yeah, what you about to say, Lou?
I was just gonna say simply, like the dynamic that worked on that show was clearly old man Joe Budden, who has been in the music industry, butting heads with young ass naive academics who is a basement nigga, a proud basement nigga. And then they put in Wayno, who I never heard of him. No disrespect to him, but I'm like, I just feel like they didn't butt heads as much.
Right.
Joe.
Well, the problem with Wayno is he can't do anything because we don't know who he is. So you're in the show because academics audience is sustaining it for you. So you can't necessarily be completely against them because you don't have your own audience in this comments fighting for you. The point of it was like when you bring the Joe Budden podcast audience and the academics audience together, and they're both in there in the comment section, and they're in their button heads, it's comical because we know Ack don't give a fuck and Joe don't give a fuck. Honestly, it was a similar dynamic between. I remember Stephen A. Smith talked about First Take. And when he did it with Skip Bayless, he said what he liked about Skip that Max doesn't do. Skip and him could both be wrong. They don't care.
Right.
He's like, we're just going to argue. That's Joe and Ack. They can both be wrong. They don't care. Right. Like, you know what I'm saying? They have a point they want to make. Or Ack. The thing about Ack was Joe was always like poking his nigga with a stick. Are you human, nigga? Like. And Joe and Ack was always like, nigga, like, why you always mad? Like, it was just like the dynamic just worked. It was brilliant.
Nobody loved
show.
Me when I was making music. God.
Pretty much.
The thing is though, but Joe is like, but I just think that dynamic was brilliant. They were so stupid to let that shit go the way it did. I was like, you guys don't understand. That show took off for like a 2 weeks. It was like the number one thing to watch, nigga. I loved Everyday Struggle because it was every day and it was a struggle, nigga.
It was true to its name.
That's it.
Yeah,
absolutely true to its name.
Do you know how much we needed that show in 2020?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That Boondock, Chappelle, look, man.
Yeah, bro. Dude, there's so much, bro. The last 2 years we needed that show desperately. And like I said, the Revolt joint don't hit the same. I like State of the Culture. I think Joe's next venture was better than Axe, which is the Wayno Everyday Struggle. I prefer State of the Culture over Everyday Struggle.
Absolutely.
You know,
because you're still like, even if Jinx doesn't.
No. I'm talking about Everyday Struggle with Wayno, Lou.
Oh yeah, no. Well, that's what I'm saying with Everyday Struggle and State of the Culture. Like for State of the Culture, you got 4 commentators, but even if Jinx doesn't give the pushback that we expected him to, Remy Ma is gonna do that.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, exactly. Like Jinx would have been a great co-host for Everyday Struggle.
Right.
Do you think so? Because I didn't watch a lot of State of the Culture.
The
So
reason
I
why I
don't know
say
how
that because
much.
Jinx and Ack are like the same age, right?
Mm.
So for me, Ack is like, I've always looked at Ack as just like the unempathetic nerdy nigga.
Right.
Like he was bullied his whole life. He got his clout and he got his power and his status right now. And you're not gonna say nothing to him.
He'd be a serial killer.
Yes. Fact. No, 100%. Or he would be like one of those incels or some shit. Right?
Yeah.
So, but I think that like Joe is a solid earth nigga. Like I got my stripes in the strip club type nigga, right?
Right.
And Ack and him are the same nigga. Like if Joe had the computer, he would have been academics, bro. Like I feel like that in a way.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean, right? And it's just like it's so when I look at it like for what it is, but I say Jinx would have been great because of the dynamic of Act being that insular, unempathetic figure, and Jinx being the pragmatic, conscientious brother. I think the topics that we've seen, especially this year, to have that going neck and neck, I think it would have been a better dynamic than Wayno because, like I said, Wayno was supposed to be the old street nigga, but it wasn't. But I think the fact they put Wayno there shows they didn't understand why we watched Joe.
I honestly don't think that Jinx would have been a good match because I just feel like he's too calm. Again, like Joe's level, not Joe Budden's level.
But
of
Jinx
like,
could be funny when he wants to.
Screaming in people's face. But Joe would be screaming in people's faces, bro. In Ack's face most of the time. And Ack would just be like, yeah, but I'm a chat nigga. Like,
Joe is still screaming in people's faces. But
it's not on
Jinx would have foiled him better because Jinx would have said, that's not fair. And let me tell you why that's not fair. And while he might have had a cool, calm demeanor about it, he would have challenged him enough.
That's not as entertaining.
But I think Ack would have brought a yell out of that nigga. Like Ack is that type of person, bro. Ack ain't about to, you ain't about to just be normal around Ack if he's rubbing you the wrong way. Like
he looked dumb. That's why.
No, but the thing is, like, and this is the thing about it. And Nadeska was the perfect centerpiece for the show.
Was she?
Because I love her shoulders. Like, she's beautiful arms, just beautiful, sexy. Gorgeous arms. She's sexy as fuck. Oh, dog, all this right here, dog. I'm like, what is it on her that this right here is all out? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's enough to get me out of bed. Like this on her. But you see this on some other joint, you just be like, oh, that's some shoulders and shit. But you see this on her and her arms, like I don't know, it's just like this whole part of her body was just gorgeous. It still is.
She's sexy in this plain Jane kind of way.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Sexy in this plain Jane kind of way. And I feel like on the low, she probably a freak. And so I digress. Like I said, there was multiple reasons I watched that show. Let's be real. It wasn't just Joe. It was, but I think but that's what I'm saying. Like I would have liked to have seen skimpy outfits on the desk over time. Classy skimpy though. Classy skimpy, meaning she just got her arms and stuff out, you know.
She's not a hoe, she's a whore.
She's an escort.
Exactly, a mistress. But I think that would have been a good point. And I think, for instance,
who would have been a good replacement after Joe?
Like legitimately. I literally can't. Joe and Ack were perfect. It just makes for good TV.
It just really does, bro. It's like I don't think you can have. There's no one else who has the audience that Joe had, and the voice that Joe has. Joe has a very distinct voice in the culture.
Yes, he does.
And he's been in the industry. That's also very important.
He hates the industry. That's also very important. Or he has healthy critiques of it. That was another thing they brought up. Joe Budden was talking about that Dave Chappelle clip this week, which I thought was very dope when he broke that down on the show. Where Joe Budden has a good point. I've noticed that, man. How come all of our genius Black people got the story of the white exploitation?
It's America.
Yeah, I know, but it's also it's Dave, man. It's like, and I'm glad Netflix we talked about this last week. I'm glad Netflix at least paid respect and took the shit down, but it's also like, damn.
I noticed, I think HBO Max took it down too, because I haven't seen it up there.
Well, yeah, they don't want this heat. Chappelle.
Want that smoke?
Only motherfucker with his own name on his jacket, nigga.
They want to.
Nigga,
Yeah.
bro, the way you said that, well, I just can't go get my name stitched on my jacket.
Right, like,
Hey, look, that's Chappelle, though, nigga. Nobody else does that shit. Button don't got a button jacket, nigga. Says button on it, nigga.
would you wear a button jacket? No.
Man, hell no.
And that's what Joe. That's what Joe's be missing. Joe missing merch, nigga.
Don't got merch?
No,
they
He really don't care.
The
Then
podcast has to have merch.
I don't think they got merch. They got like shirts, nigga, but they don't got merch.
I mean, that's merch. You got shirts.
Yeah, it is, but I don't be seeing it. I think in the description, I don't be seeing it promoted in the descriptions.
The JBP merch.
They don't got merch.
Dude, Joe Biden.
I don't think they got merch.
You probably don't.
And Rory and Mal. I think I need I'm not gonna lie, but if it just had a button, if his jacket just said button and had this like nigga's angry face on the back, like I will rock that shit, nigga. Or just had that nigga's hands like, or just like, or right under the like right over like under the button, you just see this nigga's hand with those two rocks when he chased those kids. just a hand with just a hand holding two rocks, and it just says button over it. Yeah. I'm gonna get the fuck out.
Joe has had some crazy moments, bro.
Hey yo, Drake got the 6 guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, it was a toxic ass moment, but that meme of when he found out about Carmen Carrera in trans, and he's just like that face, nigga, like shit, nigga.
What?
That needs to be like a hologram over somebody's house this holiday. Just that nigga's face making that motion like this.
That is another thing too. Like I feel a lot of these baddies that are out here are trans, and a lot of niggas just won't say, and it's a disservice to everybody at the end of the day.
That is a bold statement, Walter.
Very bold.
A lot of them. I'm gonna say a small percentage.
There's a percentage out there though.
More than we think.
More than we think. I don't know if it's more than we think.
More than we
think.
I think it's more one than we think. Well, like one more than we think. I think it's more. I think it's more one than we think.
It's like 5 more, like at least.
Look.
I mean, I wouldn't be shocked, man. Like I said,
man.
Right,
that's what I'm saying.
People,
but it's
you know,
a disservice to everybody that it's not being.
Look, Malik tried to wake niggas up.
Hey, but they also tried to get Malik.
Nah, Malik, he did himself in.
They got Malik out this joint. Niggas showed up.
Like, this you, nigga?
Niggas showed up. He's like trans attract.
Boy.
2 days later, this nigga was catching charges.
Right, like.
Like, nigga, you must have forgot you must have also forgot you teenage attracted, nigga. This motherfucker. Yeah. Oh, nigga.
I never knew the.
Was this some underage shit?
Yeah, he had to slept with like an underage trans girl or some shit. Yeah. She's like Steph.
It was like a few years back too. Like it wasn't anything recent.
Yeah, he thought she wasn't gonna try to get the clout, nigga. He thought she wasn't gonna step forward. Oh, my bad, not clout. She all of a sudden realized that she didn't want it. She woke up to her pain.
It could be a shitty person.
I don't know. Like I said, I just gotta give her that caveat because you know. But as for me, it's just like, but nah, man, that shit was hilarious, man. I don't know, that shit was hilarious, man. We forget, nigga, like the Breakfast Club be having some shit on it, bro. Like,
niggas,
coming up there just saying shit, dog.
It ain't news. These niggas.
Is that where that nigga Tate said if you do two dick shit?
What?
You know, it was like on Angela Lee's podcast.
Oh, that was not. It was, but they talked about
that's
it.
That's adjacent to the show.
No, it's all adjacent. You gotta understand. Envy and Charlamagne and Yee is fucking up people's lives.
Right.
Right. Most dangerous morning show. They said
Thanks, nigga. Them motherfuckers is dangerous, nigga.
Because
stay away.
What do you call this? Envy gonna lure you in with the whole like softball questions and whatnot, and before you know it, Charlamagne asking you about reparations.
Yeah, that was.
I'm not prepared.
Or he's like, so tell me what are you doing for Black Lives?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
The post was like, okay, what am I doing for Black Lives?
And then you go like, all right, so I heard a rumor that so-and-so is you've been sleeping with, and then you got to look in the eye like, how do you know? if you're not gonna say nothing.
You can be like, because one of my homegirls, she actually she always talking about her friends, bro.
Speaking of trans, the wall. Remember when she hit Tiger with that? What was that one trans he's supposed to be sleeping with? But she hit Tiger. She's like, she's a friend of mine, right? That nigga Tiger was
panic.
You got shook.
And now the shade room reposted her because the trans woman commented on it. She was like, look how nervous he gets when she says it. That nigga didn't look nervous. I was like, look,
Tiger.
Like, must have ice in his armpits because he looked calm as a motherfucker.
Tiger has mastered taking all his L's publicly.
Facts,
peaceful.
You know what I'm saying?
Another
Another nigga who was out here red shirting.
Yeah.
Can we just acknowledge the light skin privilege? Drake is not getting any police audits because of these young messages he's gotten texts. He texting young girls. Tiger had a whole relationship with Kylie. Like, come on, son. Light skin privilege, nigga. Y'all out here really
like niggas just don't care.
They would have cared if it was dark skin.
No, they need one.
You think so?
They have their one that they keep tabs on, and his name is Chris Brown. So
yeah, he beat up a whole.
But he lost his light skin privilege because he beat up a light skinned woman.
No, he beat up a whole celebrity. I don't care if she was light skinned. Beat up like
the whole celebrity light skin. What are you talking about? Ike had a thriving career whooping Tina's ass. What are we talking?
Yeah, but that was how many? That's a whole different decade, bro. I'm talking about like 2009. You beat up Rihanna, son. Like
that was not 2009.
That was 2009, bro.
Was that 2009?
Was it really?
Yeah.
Obama was in office. He was beating on black women.
Bro, he was beating on women in 2009 with Obama in office.
I don't know. I don't feel like we had that Jeezy track. My president is black yet. You know what? We did. I was in the dealership with Tim when that shit broke. I remember that shit. But yeah, well, I don't know. Chris Brown, he's a better person now, I think. Honestly, he could have just found a woman who's like happy with him doing that shit.
2011 years ago. Goodness.
Look, man, I know what I be talking when I be talking. Some of the time.
I didn't doubt you. I was just like, damn, 2009, shit.
They said February 8th, 2009.
Black History Month.
That's the same year Mike died too, I think.
This nigga was beating her before Valentine's Day during Black History Month with the first black president in office. Damn, Breezy.
Right. He was doing all types of dirt.
Now I understand like the levels of ire that he.
It was mad levels of ire. Like Lou said, she's also Rihanna.
Yeah. Yeah. So if it was just any Joe Schmo hoe, it wouldn't.
He would have got it because it's like you beat up a woman.
It wouldn't have been as big.
Yeah.
But,
it would have been just because like Law said, like, even though he's light skinned, he's still a brother. Like we got it. And the thing is, the thing is, their favorite ones are the talented brothers. Those are the ones they like to catch fucking up. They don't mind if your untalented ass fuck up, Tekashi. They want to catch the talented niggas fucking up.
They need Jesse Williams to fuck up.
Oh man, please, bro. They waiting to catch that nigga sleeping with a white woman.
They waiting.
Well, you mean he not? He already was.
Because
I'm saying catching him.
They got Isaiah Washington off of Grey's Anatomy. They got his ass right up out here. Rightfully so. But man, they got his nigga out quick.
Bro, you talking about
Isaiah Washington? He was a dark-skinned doctor. Like he was on maybe 3 seasons of Grey's Anatomy.
And what happened to homie?
He said some nasty
the homophobic shit, right?
Comments. Yeah.
Yeah, he called a dude the F word, I think.
Yeah. Like
to
his face. Like
they got him up out of there.
One of his co-stars, like
I remember Chris Rock had a whole bit about that.
Oh, I'm looking at him now.
Where he was like, where he was saying that if you're in an argument with somebody, you should be allowed to say whatever is going to make them mad. He's like, if I get out the car, if I'm sitting at a light and I'm in a car and somebody get out the car and like somebody ran into the back of my car and I get out and I'm mad at them and I see they ain't got no leg. He said, I'm gonna talk about the leg. He's like, leg having motherfucker. He's like, you should be expected to be politically correct in the argument. So that should have you rolling. But yeah, man, damn, Isaiah ain't worked since.
Nah, he got a little role. He's on NBC's The 100. I don't know.
His talent dictates he should have been something bigger though.
Oh, absolutely, because he was.
I wonder how many roles Chadwick took from that nigga.
R.I.P. the GOAT.
Man, R.I.P. Because people
Yeah.
forget Isaiah Washington had his rise in Romeo Must Die, the Jet Li and Aaliyah movie. That's when I first seen that nigga.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was in that joint with the he was in that joint with that old black man who played her father. But yeah, I remember that. That movie had like
Was it Robert Guillaume?
the brother
was the breaker
with
guy.
the beard, bald headed nigga.
No, he's not bald.
It's he's a staple black actor, powerful black actor. Has been a lot of shit. But he's one of those ones we never know the name of.
Right.
But yeah. But no. Oh, so basically when we was talking about that just now, we should have started talking about whatchamacallit.
Laverne?
No. I mean that's that's a tragedy. I hope they find out whoever did that shit.
Yeah.
I was talking about no, I ain't gonna find it.
Beezy?
What was it?
Obama's comments on defund the
I'm just scrolling through the chat.
Yeah. Obama's comments. That may be what I'm talking about.
I think that's the only thing we ain't touch on.
Oh, Joyner Lucas and Logic. I think that's really
that's what I wanted to talk about too. That is what I wanted to bring up. I shared that. I like that clip, and like I think Royce the 5'9", he shared it, and he was like, I wouldn't say jealousy, just misaimed anger. That's what Royce said. But I think what was interesting about that clip is, I like what I'm seeing, man. Like that is a brother fully admitting the vulnerability.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Wholeheartedly, like I said, consciously aware of what was his stimulus. We was talking about that earlier. That's why I shared that, because I want that level, and I get it. His came with success, and we don't got that yet. But that level of clarity on what you was doing just because you was a broke nigga. Like, what were you doing because you had that broke nigga mindset where it's like, not to say that Logic, that he was right and there's the way he was saying or framed it, but I appreciate the fact that he took the time to be like, yo. And he said once, I saw the interview, he said once he blew up and motherfuckers, and he would drop some hot shit and niggas would come at him like, yo, you stole my idea, He said he understood how he appeared to Logic. And it made him be like, damn, I was acting like this motherfucker was stealing shit. Well, really, he could have came with his own suicide song or whatever, right?
Nah, he stole that shit.
Well, he stole it, obviously. But Jordan's whole point was like, when people are coming at you with just this, you stole it. And it's like, honestly, I just appreciated the fact that he understood, like, yo, I'm not gonna be mad at. And once again, that story broke on Everyday Struggle. That's what Everyday Struggle was. It was the other Breakfast Club. Niggas was going over there getting in trouble, son.
Breakfast Club 2.
Yeah.
Think about it. Both were on every day.
Oh, bro, they should just call this shit brunch.
Shut your.
I ain't fucking with this nigga.
Somebody cut his mic.
So Zoom might actually cut that nigga. But nah, man, I think that's a good point where
Now, so because I when you posted that topic, I started going back into why they was initially beefing all along. But so you saying in that interview on the Breakfast Club, Joyner said he was jealous because Logic blew up before him?
Well, Logic was in the space he wanted to be in.
Right.
Which means lyrical, selling out tours. Like Logic's had a very successful rap career.
No,
like
his
music, the ideas
despite me
that
not
he was
rocking
sparking too, Logic was also doing.
Exactly.
So,
and I think for his point,
I can understand why you're upset.
Yeah. And it's not like he wasn't saying that Logic didn't have talent. He was just saying like Logic was in the lane. Everything he wanted to be, Logic was.
Damn.
And at least perception wise, you know what I'm saying? I don't think like song making skills wise, he's not jealous of Logic at all, because Joyner's way better than Logic. I could like literally name 5 songs that I'd never forget Joyner Lucas made. Like very impactful, like Snitch, the I'm Not Racist joint, the I'm Sorry, that suicide song he made. Right. Like that shit was. Do you see that video? That shit was crazy.
Well,
Yeah, his videos are the Ross
He got crazy videos,
Cappuccino
man.
joint. Like, yeah, he just does these storytelling music videos that are always dope. So he's a great artist. But I get that. So I was just looking at the benefit of it, where I'm just like, yo, I mean, I appreciate the fact that like I see that happening now. You know, Flex getting the lipo. Black man, we out here. You know what I'm saying? We out here. You know what I'm saying? You know, Flex was getting lipo. He had 3 niggas in the background calling him gay and shit for doing it. Like, it's just, you know, that's healthy. Now niggas was online roasting this nigga, but he didn't have the roast in his proximity.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, you could just dial out online.
This is how we do.
Yeah, that's the only reason I shared that joint. I just thought it was a positive video.
Exactly. Look, you delete the app for a few days. That's it.
Yeah, that nigga Joyner was talking about he was in LA. This nigga pulled the Mark Wahlberg spot. Realized he was still broke when he seen this nigga's house. Then he went to Will Smith's crib and realized Mark got some work to do.
Right.
He said Will was sitting on 250 acres. 250 acres. Yo, this nigga had a whole gym.
Money, you ain't gonna make the same. You ain't gonna make the same.
That's long money.
You're never gonna make the same amount of money.
Yeah, Will been in the game for a brick too.
A brick.
Yeah.
Like, how much you think that check for Independence Day was?
I can't even imagine how many zeros. Man, with 350 million.
He was on the B card for that movie. He wasn't the star of that joint.
You know what? You're right. You're absolutely.
That was Jeff Goldblum, Jeff Bridges. That was an ensemble cast. Will Smith was not the big. Like, he became it after that movie because he stole the movie.
Yeah.
He stole the movie. Mm-hmm. He was a selling point for the DVD once they realized motherfuckers like to see Will Smith in this shit. But Welcome to Earth, motherfucker. Like, that's my shit, nigga.
Oh, yeah. Man. But you know, I attribute that to like a Marvel movie now. Like Chris Evans, he got a for the rest of his life.
Nope.
I'm sure that Marvel money nice and long, bro.
Yeah. You gotta get your Marvel money.
If Downey was still a cokehead,
facts, man.
Damn. I heard they still doing Black Panther 2, and I'm trying to figure out what is the story plot going to be about.
I know in the comics they had
a lot of storylines in the comic
as Black Panther for a little bit.
I know, but like,
nah, we need to see.
There's like another brother.
I think you miss out on having her transition into the seat during the movie if she just shows up as it. You need to see somebody give her.
That is the only way that movie is not going to flop is if you have a transition of power from Chadwick to Zuri, and that then becomes the focal point of this movie. Like this woman.
It won't be Chadwick. It's going to be from another Black Panther, though.
Yeah.
It won't be, obviously. I mean, but we don't know how much he shot before, he passed.
Well, like we said, wake Killmonger up.
We got the Soul Stone.
Tell him white people are not that bad and let him be the new joint.
Nah, son. I feel like black women not gonna let that slide.
Oh, we gotta wake Killmonger up, but he don't got no memory of his previous life.
Oh, so we gonna Winter Soldier him?
Exactly. Mm. Then, but honestly, I was thinking about this, man.
Oh shit, they actually might give it a Winter Soldier, make him White Panther.
Nah, if you don't stop playing with me, won't.
No, they did that shit in the comics, my niggas.
Yeah, but we won't need to see that live action. I
think they called him like White Wolf or some shit.
Why you bringing my mood down, Wolf?
He like to dabble in the chocolate, but he ain't doing it in this movie, nigga.
Hell no. Boycotting that shit.
Fuck it.
Gotta be
honestly, if she
we need to know. You need another dude to do it.
She has to be beat up like, oh.
Ooh.
No. He's dead. I was gonna think about Sterling K. Brown, but he's dead.
He dead.
Yeah.
Everybody dead.
When that nigga die?
He got killed by his own brother.
Yeah, he got killed in the beginning.
Oh, you talking about in the movie? I got you. I was about to say I thought you meant the actor. I was like, damn, I missed 2020 as
chill, bro.
Yeah, no,
got you.
Hey, absolutely, yeah.
You know what? I think John will work.
John who?
Boyega.
Boyega? Come on, son. He don't even got the right physique to me, bro. I just can't.
Nah, I think John will work.
Get
I'm thinking about this.
All right, that's what y'all niggas should be saying. Give that shit to me.
Well, let me hear your African accent.
Yeah. What do you mean he might not?
Okay.
You know, never mind.
He's something to Jamaica.
It's like when Walt
told that lady.
It's like when Walt told that lady in the set that she was doing a good African accent. The mom.
See, well, you gotta go somewhere, dog. You messing up.
Like, Walt, is that good? You sure? Walt was like, it's all great.
It sounds just like my mom.
Walt lying to this
As long as we get what we need.
I know why you was lying. Nigga.
Like, she ain't coming back.
This nigga was like, we'll dub it in post. Fuck you, mean. Like, my shit was No, I think John he could add the regalness that you need. I'm thinking of him in the throne and the crown.
Yeah.
He can get cut. He can get cut. He can get more in shape.
Because he had to do a lot of running for Star Wars. So I know he's he's somewhere.
I'm not saying he can't get cut. I'm just saying if we let's just be logical here. Just put
John David Washington.
Nah, y'all not listening. Zuri. ZHUR.
No, I'm trying to tell you, you missed out on that plot point if she just starts as.
Why? We know he died in real life. I'm sure they can incorporate that in the movie.
But I'm saying, though, you missed out on the plot point in the film, which is great narrative structure.
Yeah.
You don't want to miss out on that movie moment. Meaning, like, you don't want to miss out on that being a movie moment. Her taking over.
Everybody likes a transition of power.
I'm saying.
Or it's not even that. Like, it's like you just don't want to give up that fodder for a good script. Like, that's such a layup to have in there. That's a great moment. You know, it's a clap. It's a lot of different things. You know what I'm saying? And then I would like
him passing the crown to her. Is that
for instance, like, because if let's say he starts with her doing it, then he's just dead, but he died in this movie as well, right? And we're going to have to get some contextual background as to why he's dead, and then she'll have some apprehensive natures. Am I sure? Should I do this or whatever? But then it turns out she's really the best scientist in the village and been running shit the whole time anyway. So then she's going to re-bolster herself, reinforce her own pride and power. Then she'll eventually feel comfortable enough to put the suit on and go do what she's got to do. But at the same time, there's going to be somebody on the other side doing something nefarious that's working her way towards the climax of the film.
You know who's going to pass it on to her? It's going to be Forrest Whitaker.
Gotta be the guy.
And that nigga died.
The mom, baby.
Nah, he's still there.
He's still alive.
Yeah, at least I think.
Cannot be stripped.
I was gonna say they should make Forrest that nigga. And then, but have this nigga come back tired as fuck and be like, I can't do this shit. And sir, you got it.
I am too old.
Take this shit away.
Because I thought about Daniel Kaluuya, but I want him to keep playing the character he was playing.
Yeah, I like his character.
John David Washington, Denzel's son?
No, I don't.
He's short.
No.
He's real short.
I want him to be American, though. That's the thing. Like, I want John David Washington to continue to play Americans.
You see, this is why I'm not even condoning any other guy, any other black male. Like,
there might be a dope ass African actor out there. Honestly, you might have to go with somebody we don't know.
Rotimi?
Stop playing, bro. Don't even listen.
We might have
listen to Walt.
I guess he's a bad actor.
They're tired of Walt at this point.
Rotimi was on like all 5 seasons of Power. I swear.
Don't listen to Walt.
Hey, look, I mean, there's probably an actor out there that can do it, but right now they said that they're not going to do an overdub. So, I mean, what we got is what we got, and
we got is Zuri.
Those writers are going to be working overtime in order to adjust. So,
Stan Lakeith?
Nah,
man.
That's a
suit. Can't even take him serious.
But you put the suit. I think he can adapt to the role.
honestly, what about Donald Glover?
Honestly.
I see. I was gonna say that, but I was like, nah.
Right, like I.
Uh,
Oh,
uh,
you know who I can see?
He's a king's
Potentially.
brother, not a king.
Um,
yeah, I get that.
he's already in Marvel, but Brian Tyree Henry, I can see him doing something really well with it.
Was that the nigga that was the Falcon in the other Marvel
No,
movies?
that's Paperboy.
Oh, you talking about fat dude from Atlanta? I
Yes,
forgot that was.
I can see
Yeah,
him. Usher.
he's
He's
playing a
being
gay
like
character in
in Eternals.
yeah, the Eternals. Um, that's potentially there. That's potentially there.
I don't see it either.
But I'm
I don't
like,
think he
he's
has that
already
star. He don't got that star face though. That
exactly
leader man face.
right.
Might
He
have
fat,
leader man
nigga.
talent, but he don't got that leader man face.
But I
Ain't
can
that nigga
definitely see him
fat?
being a catalyst. I mean, yeah, he fat, but whatever. Like,
How you have a fat Black Panther? Yo, y'all
I'm not
playing
gonna
games,
lie.
man.
We could do it, but I want Lupita to take over instead of Shuri.
Don't even make
that would be
sense.
interesting.
Because Shuri's tech support.
Yeah,
She's the one who's gonna have Lupita
Yeah,
out there
but
looking fly.
she in the
She
chair.
gonna have the gadgets on
who?
lock. She can't be the gadget and the, she's like,
Okay,
She was
I can see
driving the
Lupita.
car
No, I
with
can see
perks
Lupita. It don't make sense because I'm sticking to
oh,
like comic
I got it.
the
This is how
comics.
we do it.
Oh,
She comes to the States
okay.
to live in Oakland to build what
Okay,
her
yeah,
brother wanted her to build at the end of the last movie.
because they set
But
up
while
the whole
she's
thing with Hope,
here,
right?
she got to break out in the Black Panther outfit. She not the real one. Chadwick could be off doing some other shit, but he not in the movie. But he
Right.
still exists. But it's like a side story for Shuri. So we get an
Word.
origin story for her
Word.
to become the Black Panther.
Because she sees some reckless shit happening in Oakland, and she's like, nobody else gonna stop it. I need to disguise myself because I'm too known.
Exactly. And then they can go back to
Boom.
that storyline that started out with Sterling K. Brown. His character was like what he was trying to do.
Right.
But she's doing it the right way, actually implementing technology. But of course, she has some things she has to fight against. And then you should just have like some, you need to put like and then like I said, she's in America, but she's going to have like the whole Marvel connection still, and tap into that overall arching story. But I need a place for her. Like, I just need a place for her to get her own feet under her before we see her do that. Because don't forget, we met Chadwick in Winter Soldier.
Yeah, and he was a diplomat.
Exactly. So
That was his dad.
Well, I mean, we saw him first, like doing
yeah,
speeches,
but we had
like,
been we got introduction to him before the movie because people were like he didn't really get a whole lot of exposition about. I was like, he stole Civil War though.
Yeah,
he did.
He's the best part of that movie to me. Like the second best part besides Tony realizing he killed his parents and shit. But my thing was like, but yeah, Bucky and shit. But I like that joint. But like I said, so we we need to talk about the albums.
Man, we'll say that shit for next week.
I guess so. It doesn't matter.
It's the end of the year. Everybody's doing their wrap up list.
Look, we're gonna get it in before the end of the year. I think we should start next week with it though. Yeah. But at this point, nigga, we've had plenty of time. I've listened to all the albums.
All of the albums.
I was underrated Alfredo. I can admit that. Freddie rapping his ass off on that joint. He said 1985 traveled with the cocaine circus.
Right.
Jordan 1985 traveled with a cocaine circus. I was like, this nigga spitting. Man, we can wrap this up though.
Yeah, it's been a good flowing episode.
Yeah, it was great. It was a great episode. I love this joint. This was hilarious.
We getting back to it. We getting back to it, guys.
Exactly.
Find our little lane.
We finding it. We finding it, man. It helps when the topic's got great memes. So let's see. Okay, so this has been a TWEOM Podcast. I'm your host, Joel Morris.
It's your favorite host, Louis XV.
And it's your best host, Walt Red, Nate Robinson. Don't do that shit again.
NBA, never box again.
Oh, Lord.
Never box again.
Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. All right, see y'all later.
Peace.